Hello, extraordinary educators, and welcome to On Secondary Thought, the home of purposefully imperfect teaching, where we discuss all things middle and high school. Are administrators holding you to pre COVID standards in a post COVID world? Bulletin boards and student led conferences making you want to pull your hair out? Or stab yourself in the eye with that number 2 pencil you haven't used in months? Grades due soon and you find yourself scrolling through an endless list of names and avatars that change at least twice a week? Well, the answers are in the room and we've got the perfect solution for you. It's Padlet, a digital bulletin board and portfolio system. Let's check it out. During my virtual teaching journey, I've been using Google Classroom a lot. And while there are some features that I like about Google Classroom, there are some things that are just a little confusing for students. I wanted to find a more engaging way for students to access their work. So right now you see I've created a faux Google Classroom. Whenever I ask a student to share their screen and to share a particular assignment that they've done, they have to go through this endless list. And I often have students saying, I can't find it, even though I usually put the dates. I can understand that because they have several different classes, different teachers organize the work differently. As I thought about my students struggling to find the work, I remembered a platform that I was introduced to a few years ago during a professional development session. And the name of that platform was Padlet. Now, at the time, I didn't see the value in it because to me, it looked like just like a bulletin board. And I already had a bulletin board. So I didn't see why I would want a bulletin board on the computer. How times have changed. So one thing I like about Padlet is that you can create up to 4 of them for free. You can design it. You can adapt it for your students' needs. It's just visually appealing. And it's something that you can create with your students. It's pretty much like a shelf of all of the things that you would like to showcase or that your students would like to showcase or may need access to. So let's say you've done a screencast of something and you want the students to access any screencasts you've done. You can create a column of screencasts, and then you can add your screencast by using a link or by uploading it from your computer. They can go to it through Google. If you decided to do a video, they can access a video that you can upload here. If you just want to give them a message, you can do a voice recording. So it's just amazing. And even with the digital library, I'm using a library called Epic. But if you have a digital library and you want kids to access books, they don't have to search for it. It will just be on the Padlet under a particular title. Another thing you can do is you can upload videos. You could just go to Google Video. Maybe you want to teach them how to use a Jamboard, about vocabulary. And it seems like there are multiple videos, but I think this one was one of my favorites. So there's so much you can do with this. And if you just go to the settings, you can change things. You can change the wallpaper. As you can see, I have like a little fall theme going on. You can change the font. Students can post things themselves. You can also require an approval when students post things in case something happens. And my favorite is filtering profanity. I'll give you a chance to try that out. I won't do that on here. We'll keep it rated G. You can also change the design of it. I like that this is very linear. But if you wanted to change the format, you could use a canvas, a stream, a grid. This one is new, back channel, but you have to keep your students in mind. If it's something that's going to confuse them more than the Google Classroom, then I would just suggest you use the linear format. So aside from teachers using it to display student work, wouldn't it be amazing if every student had their own Padlet? And then they just kept the assignments and things that they needed. Maybe they had a different column for each of the subject areas, and then they could upload things that they found to be important in that class. And then during a student-led conference, they could just open up their Padlet and show their parents everything that they've been doing in every subject. Also, if your administrator wants to see student work, you could have access to that student's Padlet, and then you can just open it up and display some of that, some of the student work. So I think it's an amazing way to highlight and showcase, to organize, and to inspire students to be proud of their work and to access their work. Thank you for stopping by on Secondary Thought, the home of purposefully imperfect teaching. See you next time.